Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can build a beautiful e-commerce website like this one with your menu section on top, your menu in the middle, and then a beautiful hero section like this with a nice call to action button and a big heading here as well to tell your customers exactly what to expect on your website. Now if we scroll down, we have our featured products. As you can see, a few of them already. If you scroll down the page, we have a call to action banner here, as you can see, for this specific product, and if you were to click on this button, it will bring you directly to the product landing page. If we scroll down, we have our featured categories. As you can see, we have makeup, lipstick, bath products, and treatment, but obviously you will replace that with your own categories. And then finally, we have our footer section, and if you go back to the top, let's discover our shop page. And let's open one of our products. So let's open this one, for instance. And as you can see, we have different images here. You can easily add to cart. You can buy with Google Pay. You have your description here and also cross sales underneath. And finally, we're going to create a contact page as well with Google Maps on top, and also a contact form and your store details and opening hours. Okay guys, so the very first step is to set up our hosting and register our domain name, and for this we're going to use Hostinger. So we have negotiated special terms with them. You can save up to 91% discount if you use the link in the description below. So click on the very first link in the description below where it says mrweb.tv/hosting, and this is going to bring you to this page. Again, this is a co-branded page that we have with Hostinger that gives you access to up to 91% discount. Okay, so it's very important that you use that link. So once you're here, basically all you have to do is click start now, and as you can see, it's only $2.99 per month instead of $6.99 already. Okay, now if you click on this, you can select your billing cycle and save even more money. So clearly, the longer your billing cycle, the more you're going to save. So if you were to select 1 year, you will pay $2.99 a month, okay, for the 1 year. But after that, the plan will renew at $8.99. So this is the normal cost basically, okay? So you're saving here $108 over the 1 year period. Now, if you were to select 24 months, basically you still paid $2.99, but in 2 years' time, you will renew at only $7.99. Okay, so you're saving here $216. Now, if you select 48 months, so 4 years in total, you still pay $2.99 for the full year, okay, for every month. But when you renew, you will renew at only $6.99. So in total, you will save $432 US. And all these 3 billing cycles here include a free domain for the first year, which is a nice gesture as well. Now, if you scroll down the page, you can enter your email address and log in using Facebook and Google, and then you select your payment method. So you have credit card, PayPal, Google Pay, Alipay, and CoinGate. So very convenient indeed. And now I'm going to give you an additional coupon code, okay? So as you can see, if you select for 48 months, it would cost you $143.52. They will apply taxes on top depending where you're based in the world, okay? So based in Ireland, myself, I would pay $176.53, okay? So this is my total cost for 4 years, okay? Now I have a coupon code. So here you click on this, and now you're going to type all in capital letters, Mr. Web Reviews, okay, and then click apply, and look what's going to happen. So 176.53, and now we're down to 158.88. So you saved an additional 10% on top. So this is the bargain of the century. You know, when you see the quality of the service provided by Hostinger, I have all my website hosted with them, you know, and that's basically it. Now all you have to do is proceed to checkout, and then I'll meet you guys in the next step. And now that you are registered with them, you can log in into your account. Okay, so let's just click login. Use your email address and password. Very good. As you can see, now we are logged in into our account. So the very first step is to claim our free domain. So let's click on this together. And right here, you're going to type the domain name that you'd like to register. Okay, so let's say, for instance, your domain name, okay, and then you can select the extensions. So you have .in for India, .me for personal website, .com for commercial, .xyz, .help, etc., etc. As you can see, a very comprehensive selection here indeed. So let's select .com, for instance, as an example, okay, and then we have to check the availability. Now, .com being the most popular one, chances are you will see this message here. This domain is already taken. please look for another one, basically, okay? Then you have to look for a different variation of the same domain name. So in our case here, since we are building an e-commerce website, we're going to look for instance, to book e-commerce with Mr. Web, okay? So let's check the availability. And as you can see, this one is available. So to register this domain name, if you're happy enough with this, all we have to do is click Claim Domain. So let's click on this. So to register a domain name, you need to add your details, business details or personal details that are attached to it, obviously, you know, and then all you have to do is click Finish Registration. So as you can see, our domain name e-commerce with mrweb.com is being registered, and there you go. This is done now. And after this, all you have to do is click Continue, and we'll be redirected back to our dashboard, basically, okay? Very good. And as you can see, it is now active, which means that your domain name is now fully registered, okay? So let's go back to our home page. And now we need to set up our hosting itself, okay? So as you can see here underneath, I have all these different plans myself because I use them for all my different tutorials. I have VPN server, premium shared hosting, WordPress starter, and cloud startup as well. But basically yours will look something similar to this one, premium shared hosting. So this is the one that you get by using the link in the description below, okay? So to set this up is very easy. All you have to do is click Setup and then Start Now. And then we can follow the different steps, okay? So what are you doing now at the moment? Are you creating a website for yourself, for someone else, or you already have a website? Chances are you're probably creating this for yourself. Are you building it yourself? Most likely as well. And what type of website is it? We are going to build an online store, okay? This is an e-commerce. And then do you need help building your website? We're going to say no thanks, because that's the whole purpose of this tutorial, is to show you how to do it. And then we're going to create a new website, okay? Let's click on this, and we're going to select this option here. So this is WordPress we're going to use as our main platform, and then simply enter email address and password and click Continue. There you go. So what we need absolutely here is Woocommerce. All the others are optional. So basically Monster Inside, Opt-in Monster, All-in-One SEO, and Google Sitekit. You can install them, but your website will be very bloated and we don't really need them, you know. So let's click Continue now. And then which look do you prefer? We're not going to select any of them. I have a much better solution for you today. So skip, I don't need a template. And then we're going to select the domain name we just registered. Normally it should be there automatically, but you might have to click on the drop-down menu and select it manually, okay? So let's click Select. And then you have to select your nearest server to your target audience, obviously. So you're based in the United States, you have the choice between West Coast and East Coast. You have South America, Europe, and also India and Asia, South Asia, okay? So being based in Ireland myself, I'm going to select United Kingdom here, which is the nearest, okay? Let's click Change. And then now we can finish our setup. That's basically it. And now we can go straight to our WordPress dashboard or go back to our control panel, which is what we're going to do because we still have to set up our email address, okay? So let's click on Manage Site. And as you can see here, our website is running smoothly. So everything is in place and our SSL certificate has been installed as well. So everything is absolutely perfect. Now let me show you how you can set up an email address for your website. So we go here to Emails, Email Accounts. Select your domain name, so at yourdomainname.com, click Manage. And right here, if you click on the plus sign here, you can create a new email address for your domain name, okay? And right here, enter the name you want to register. So for instance, info@accounts@yourname@yourdomainname.com, and then enter a password, okay? And all you have to do is click Create. And right here, they give you all the information required if you wanted to read this in any mail provider, like for instance, Apple Mail, Outlook, Thunderbird, or Gmail, for instance, you know, in which case you need your incoming server, IMAP, SMTP, and POP server, the different values, and also if you need to enable SSL and TSL. That's basically it, okay? So make a copy of this. Once you have this set up, you can click Complete, and that's basically it. We're done already. And now finally we can access our WordPress dashboard and start configuring our website. Okay, so this is everything done for our server now. So we go back to websites. So we have our website here and now we can edit our website. So let's log into our WordPress dashboard. It's going to open a new tab. And there it is. As you can see, welcome to WordPress. So you can dismiss this message. This is the very first time you'll see it. And now let's get started. So first, let's do a bit of cleaning up. So as you can see, if you go to the plugins section, we have a lot of things installed already that we don't need, okay? So we're gonna get rid of a few things altogether. So what we need to do basically is to bulk select all of them, untick WooCommerce, okay? And then we're gonna select now deactivate, apply. Basically, we're going to get rid of everything except WooCommerce, which is the only one we need, okay? So bulk select, and we're going to keep Lightspeed Cache as well. That's all we need at the moment, okay? So everything else we can delete, okay? So delete, apply, and then click OK to confirm. And that's basically it. So now if we refresh our page, as you can see, all we're left with is WooCommerce and Lightspeed Cache. So the caching plugin, we're not going to enable it while we work on the website. We're going to enable it at the very end once we have the website done and dusted, okay? Very good. So let's have a look at what our website looks like at the moment. So if you hover on top of your domain name and then right click on visit site, it will open up a new tab. So this is basically what it looks like at the moment. So that's basically the 2023 theme that comes with WordPress, the default one. So that's why it looks so basic, okay? So if you go to appearance now, that's basically where you find all your themes. So what we're going to do is install our own custom theme, a very beautiful one, okay? And this one is called Botiga from athemes.com. So as always, I'll leave a link in the description below. As you can see, the tagline is build your store, build your brand. And indeed you can do so because this theme looks absolutely fantastic. It looks sleek, professional, and very clean. And there is no distraction. It really helps your visitors focus on the products you have for sale, okay? So as you can see, this is free to download. You can download this now right here from their website, or there is another way to do so from the WordPress backend, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So there are a few different demos readily available. Let me show you. As you can see here, we have Beauty. So this one is free. But again, the principles we're going to use in this tutorial are the same. You can apply them throughout all of these different templates. So if you are building a multi-vendor platform, you might select this one instead. If you're saying one single product, you might prefer this one, maybe jewelry, furniture, apparel, whichever website you're building, select the one that's suitable for you. So these are pro version. This one is free. Today we're going to use the free one, okay? But again, like I said, the principles will apply the same way with all of them, okay? So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we're going to install our theme. Like I said, there's an easy way to install it. We can go to Appearance, Themes, Add New. And right here, you're going to look for Botiga, okay? Just like this. And there it is, okay? So all we have to do is hover on top. As you can see, we'll reveal a button that says Install. Click on it. And now we need to activate it. So click on this again. Very good. And right here on top, as you can see, welcome to Botiga. And now we need to install our starter site. So it's a very handy feature they're providing us with, which will allow us to actually import the full demo content with just a few clicks of the mouse. And this is going to save us a ton of time, obviously, okay? So this is going to basically recreate the demo website the same way we saw it just earlier on, okay? So let's click on Starter Sites. Now we need to activate and install it, okay? So let's click on this. Nearly there, very good. So now we can select any of those, like I said, you know, so these are pro version and this one is free. So just for the sake of our tutorial here, we're going to use the free version. But again, feel free to use any of the others. The principles apply the exact same way throughout all of these different templates, okay? So let's click on Import. And now we need to select our page builder. So you can select among two different options. We have Gutenberg, which is the built-in page builder that comes with WordPress, or Elementor, which is one of the easiest page builder because it's a simple drag and drop feature. So which one should you choose? Well, basically Gutenberg will be slightly faster to load and Elementor much easier to use. So this is really depending on what type of website you're planning to build. But in our case, let's go ahead with Elementor, for instance, okay? So let's click Next. And also with Elementor, you can have a quick preview of what it looks like on mobile phones as well, which is a very handy feature, obviously, you know. So now we need to select which amount of content we want to import. We're going to import the full site, okay? So let's click Next. And then here you can subscribe to their mailing list if you want to receive updates or special offers. And then you can start importing, okay? So subscribe and start importing. So there you go, all done already. So that took less than 60 seconds anyways, you know. So your website is ready. Go ahead, customize text, images, and so on. So what we're going to do is basically view the site for now. So let's have a quick look. And as you can see, there you go, exact same website as the demo. So again, like I said, this is going to save us a lot of time. Now all we have to do is basically customize this with our own product and our own logo and different colors that we may use for our branding. But all together, as you can see, this is all done for us automatically in just a few clicks of the mouse, okay? So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and then you can click anywhere outside this to go back to your WordPress dashboard. That's basically it, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is basically introduce you to Woocommerce, all the different products. I'm gonna show you how to change your pages, like a home page, a contact page, etc. As you can see, you have a contact us page as well. I'm going to show you how you can change the map here and put all your details and create a contact form. And then I'm going to show you how to add your own logo and take care of the footer section as well. So basically, we're going to cover everything top to bottom and change everything and customize it based on your business model, okay? Now, obviously, because this is an e-commerce website, the most important part, one of the most important, is to upload our products. Obviously, you know, as you can see, I have a few different products here, and also is to have them broken down in different categories if you wanted to. So we could have them in makeup, lipstick, bath products, and treatments. Now, again, this one is for the beauty industry, but we can easily turn this into something else if we wanted to as well, you know. So basically, again, you can use this template here initially to design your website and turn this around to fit your industry as well. So first, let's take care of our products, because this is an e-commerce website. This is the main structure of our website, clearly. So here we have Woocommerce. So this is where we're going to receive all the orders, where all our customers will be registered. And also we'll have our settings like our taxes, shipping cost, and also the payment gateway. So we'll take care of this after. But first we have the product section. So if I click on this, as you can see, these are all our different products. And again, these can be broken down into different categories. So let's start by creating our different categories, and then we can create our products and add them to each categories every time, okay? So categories, and all we need for this is just the name. So let's go back to our homepage. As you can see, you have makeup, lipsticks, bath products, and treatment. So let's select this one here. So Control C, and we're going to create a new one here. Okay, so Control V. Now you could have this as a subcategory. For instance, you have cosmetics and would have makeup, and then after that lipsticks and so on just underneath. So if this is the case, all you have to do is create select the parent category. So in which case this will be then cosmetics, and just underneath as a subcategory you will have makeup, lipsticks, and so on and so on, okay? So here we're just going to keep it as category itself, okay, not a subcategory. So if you scroll down, as you can see here, we have the option to add an image as well. So basically once they click on the category itself, in the header section you can have an image as well, okay? So this is really up to you if you want to upload one or not. So let's click add new category, and as you can see now we have the makeup that's been added here, and then we can do the same with the next one. So I'm going to add lipstick, add new, I'm going to add this one now, bath products, add new, and finally we'll have treatments, okay, and then add new. So there you go. So this is how you can create your categories. And again, you could have subcategories as well if you wanted to, okay? So we're just going to keep it simple for now, but you understand the principle here. So next we go to our products, and now we can create our products, and each product will go into a specific category, obviously. So this is why we have to start by adding categories first, okay? So let's add a new product together. Okay, so first we have to put the product title. So let's say here, I'm just going to call this beauty kit, okay, as an example. Right here, you're going to put the full product description. So this is the long description itself. So Control V, I'm just going to paste something here that I found online, okay. And right here underneath, we have the short description. So basically here is just a teaser, the short version of it. So maybe we're going to have the first part here where it says introducing our all-in-one beauty kit, okay? So we just paste this here. There you go. And now we can add a product image. So let me remove myself here so you can see it behind me. So basically here we have the set product image. So if you click on this, now we can upload a new file. So select file. So I found one online here. As you can see, this is a beauty kit. So open, set product image. So there it is. And if you keep scrolling down, we can now assign the categories. So as you can see in this beauty kit, we have a few things. So this is probably part of the makeup. We have also lipstick and perhaps as well cosmetics. So as you can see, you can select more than one category. You can assign the same product to several categories all at once, because clearly here, if I go to the categories lipsticks and I find this makes sense, and in the makeup categories, this makes sense as well. Okay, now as you can see here, we have the product data section. So this is where you're going to set your price and all related to your product itself. So how is it available? Is it one single unit, in which case this is a simple product, or is it a variable product? What is the difference? Well, basically a variable product will apply to, for instance, an item of clothing. If you're selling t-shirts, they most likely come in different colors, maybe red, blue, black, yellow, etc., in different sizes, small, medium, large, extra large. So this is basically a variable product. In our case here, this is most likely to be a single product. So we can basically add the price here. So let's say this one is $79.99. And if you want to have a discounted price, so before and after, you know, special offer, this one is maybe now at $55.99 or something similar. Okay, now you can keep track of the stock as well. You go into inventory here. So you could have the SKU. So let's say you have your barcode or something similar, and if you want to manage the stock, you tick this box here, and then you can say how many you have in stock. So let's say maybe you have 60 of them available at the moment. Okay, and then we have the shipping option. So depending who your courier company is, who you're working with, you might need the weight as well, you know, or maybe the size as well of your item. Some courier company are based on weight, some on dimension. So depending who you're using, you might have to add here some information. Okay, so here we have the weight in kg. Now you can have this in pounds as well. I'll show you how to change this later. Okay, so let's say the weight in kg would be 0.4, let's say 400 grams. And we can have the length, the width, and the height as well in centimeters. So let's say the box is probably maybe, let's say 28.5 by, let's say, 15.2, and the height could be 5.5. okay, and that's basically all you need at the minute. So after this, you can go back up here and click publish. And you know what, let's have a quick preview. So you can preview your changes here. So I'm just going to right click, open in a new tab, and let's have a look. So how does that look like? That looks actually fine. As you can see, this one is on sale. There's a label here. So normal price $79.99 down to $55.99. And as you can see, we have a teaser introduction here on top and the full description underneath. So that looks very professional already, you know. And as you can see with this theme here, it will automatically add the related products, which is great because then you have cross-sell automatically here done for you. And your customers, when they're here, they might want to buy something else at the same time, you know, which is very convenient indeed. So this is how you can add a single product. Now let's imagine that your product is a variable product. So let me show you how you can create this now, okay? So in this case, we're going to select variable product. So again, variable products are products that come in different sizes, colors, with different attributes basically, okay? So everything else is the same, except that here we're going to go to the attribute section here. And we need to create some attributes. So as you can see, there are none at the moment, so you cannot add anything. So you have to create them beforehand, obviously, you know. So as you can see by the side, you have categories, tags, and attributes as well. So if you right click on this, now open in a new tab, now we can create our attributes, okay? So let's create, for instance, an attribute size, okay? Very good. So let's add this and perhaps color as well. And now we can add our terms. So sizes, let's click on this, configure terms. So we will have small. We're going to have medium. We're going to have large. And also extra large, okay? So let's stop at those three. And as you can see by the side, you can organize them as well. So basically small should maybe be first, small, medium, large, extra large. So this is the same way your visitors will see in the front end. So now we go to attributes and the color. So let's add 3 different colors. So let's say black, red, and perhaps blue. Okay, there you go. So we have 3 different colors. And again, if you go to attributes, as you can see, now we have our attributes created and the terms attached to them. Okay, so now if we go back to our product section here, so let's refresh our page. Very good. And as you can see here, just make sure you select variable product first, okay? And now we can go to the attributes section here. So right here, if we use the drop-down menu, now we have color and sizes. So now we can start creating our variable products basically here, okay? So let's click on color. So let's add new. And now we can select the value. So let's say this product is available in black and blue, okay? So we use this for variations, and now we can add the other one. So we're going to add sizes because they most likely come in different sizes as well. So add, and now we're going to select the different sizes. So let's say these ones come in small, medium, and large only. We don't have extra large, let's say, okay? So we're going to use this for variation. Click Save Attributes. So that's done now. And now we have to create all the different variations available, all of these two selected here, the attributes, okay? So now we go to variations, and now you can add them manually, or you can create them all from the attributes, which is usually the easiest one, you know? So create variations from all attributes. This is what we're going to do. And basically it's going to create all the possible combinations, okay? So let's click Go, and you say, okay. And as you can see, 6 of them were added. So as you can see, we have black in small, black in medium, black in large, and we have blue in small, blue in medium, and blue in large. So that makes sense, doesn't it? Now we can expand them all, and then you can set the price. So you have the regular price and sales price. So let's say $49.99, and maybe they're all the same price. Maybe you have different prices based on size and color as well. But I'm just going to set the same price here for all of them, just to save a bit of time here, okay? So I'm just going to put $49.99, $49.99 everywhere. And then click Save Changes once you're done. And that's basically it, okay? Now if you go back to the top here and click Update. And now let's have a quick preview. So right click, open in a new tab, and there you go. This is what it looks like. So as you can see, Beauty Kit $49.99, but in this case, we can select the color as well. So let's say I want it in black, and the size as well. So black and medium. So there you go. This is what it looks like now in the front end. And if we go and have a look at our shop page, as you can see, there it is. So they all have add to cart except this one, select option, because it's a variable product, obviously, okay? Very good. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. So this is our main structure in place. So we have created our categories, attributes, and products. So as you can see now, they're all listed here. So next, let's take care of customizing our WooCommerce platform itself, okay? So we go to WooCommerce here, we go to settings. So in our first tab here, we need to add the address. So let's say 123 street name. We're going to say we're based in New York, okay? We're going to select our state. So the state of New York, where is it? It's right here. Perfect. And the zip code 10011, for instance. Okay, so here underneath, you're going to select the countries you're selling to. So here you're going to select sell to specific countries, and you're going to select all the countries you're selling to. So let's say United States, and perhaps Canada as well, okay? There you go. And then obviously you're shipping only to those two locations, and the default customer location should be normally shop country region, okay? Now, if you registered for VAT or value added tax or GST or taxes basically, or all together, you can enable this as well. And I'm going to show you how you can set your different tax rates as well. So you can enable the coupon code, which is a very handy marketing trick, obviously, you know, to increase sales, to drive more customers to your website. And right here, you have all the currency options. So this is pretty self-explanatory, this bit here, okay? So now click Save Changes. Very good. And now we go to the product section. So from this tab, all you need to select basically is the weight unit and the dimensions. Like we said, you can select kg, perhaps pounds, or whatever you use basically, you know. And here's the same, could be centimeter or inches or yards or millimeters, whatever you prefer, obviously, you know. You can also enable product reviews if you want to, and show verified owner label as well. So these are very handy features as well, especially if you get lots of traffic. And also you can have the star rating. So after this, just click Save Changes. Now let's take care of our taxes. So from here, you can configure everything related to taxes. So how you're going to display your prices, how you're going to enter your prices in the system as well. So prices entered with tax. Will you enter the prices inclusive of tax or exclusive of tax? Again, this is depending how you run a business. You know, this I cannot decide for you. And the other one is how you're going to display the prices in the shop, including taxes or excluding taxes. So normally, if you're dealing with end users, you might select including taxes because they're only interested in the price they're going to pay. They don't care about reclaiming the VAT back or something like this, okay? So here, as you can see, we have a warning. So basically here, to invoice inconsistency in tax settings. Well, basically we can have everything including taxes, including here in the price we enter. So as you can see, that warning message is now gone. So now we have to save this first. And now we can set up our rates. So here, as you can see, under our tab, you have a subcategory here, standard rates. So let's click on this, and now we can add the tax rate, okay? So insert row. So we're going to select the country here, so US, okay? Automatically will show you an option here, USA. You can break this down by state codes, zip code, and city codes as well. But I believe it's the same throughout the whole United States. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I believe the tax rate is 10%, isn't it? So save changes. There you go. So that's us done for the taxes now. And now let's take care of our shipping. And right here, you're going to set your shipping zone. So let's click add shipping zone. So here, let's say United States, okay? In which case you can select your region here. So you can break this down actually in either the full United States or maybe just Alabama, Arkansas, Colorado, and so on, okay? Maybe it's different price, you have a different price structure. So let's select this for the whole of the United States and let's add shipping method, okay? So here you're going to most likely ship at a flat rate. So let's add the method. And now we can edit this and set the price, okay? So let's say perhaps it's $9.99 for the shipping charges. And now you can add another shipping method if you wanted to, perhaps free shipping, okay? From a certain amount. Now, if you click on this, you can set the rule. As you can see, free shipping, what's the rule? You have free shipping based on a coupon code, a minimum order amount or coupon code, or minimum order amount and the coupon code. Okay, so let's set this as a minimum amount. So let's say for anyone buying for at least $150, you offer free shipping. Okay, now if you needed to connect WooCommerce directly to USPS or TNT or DPD or any of those courier company and have the price structure automatically calculated for you, you can also add an additional plugin. So if you go to plugins here, add new. So I'm just going to open this in a new tab and show you very quickly, okay? So if you go and look in the product section here, so just type WooCommerce followed by the courier company. So let's say TNT or USPS, for instance, okay? USPS. There you go. So right here, you have all the different options. So you have this one here, USPS single shipping for WooCommerce. Now, if you were to install this, it will show up here in your shipping section, and then you can configure everything. Now, these are all specific settings for each different courier company, obviously, but in which case, it's just to let you know you can use all these different companies as well directly from here. You don't have to use the shipping zone. This is the simplest method, obviously, you know. Very good. So now let's set up our payment method. So this is the most exciting part, obviously, because you want to get paid, okay? So as you can see, we have a few different methods here. We have cash on delivery, check payments, and direct bank transfer. So this is probably not suitable for an e-commerce, you know. So what you want to do is basically offer card payments. As you can see here on top, we have the WooCommerce payments. So all you have to do is basically install this and activate it, okay? So let's click on this button here, install. And now finish setup. Now this payment method, WooCommerce payments, is powered by Stripe. So if you already have a Stripe account, just enter your email address here, okay? And let's click continue, then you can log in. There you go, and then continue with the setup, basically follow all the steps now. And there you go, this is our last step. So quite a few steps, you know, I cannot show you everything here because there's some personal information, obviously, but follow all the steps. It's pretty self-explanatory, okay? And there you go. Once you're done, as you can see, you'll be redirected here to the payment section. So this is where you see all your transactions, all your payment deposit, and all the payout that you received, okay? So this is basically all in one place. This is all your financials. So now let's go back to WooCommerce and let's finish our settings. So our payment section, if we go here, as you can see now, this is on and enabled, and you can enable the test mode as well. So basically, once you go through the checkout process, you can use a fake card number, which is 4242424242, and then any expiry date in the future with any CVV code that you want. So I'm just going to enable this at the moment so we can test this in the front end. Okay, so let's save changes. Very good. And now we have our emails here. So right here, you can change the content of every email that's being sent to your customers. And also here at the bottom, you can change the from name and the address as well. So basically from name. So as you can see at the moment, we have e-commerce. I'm going to put a space here with, and then Mr. Web, okay, just like this. So this should be normally the name of your store or your company, your email address right here, and then you can change the color as well. So by default, you will add the purple from the WooCommerce logo, but you can select your own color, obviously, you know. So right here, click on this and then select your own shade of color. So let's say maybe a darkish color here, or maybe you have a red, you have red in your logo, whatever, you know, then you can select red, and the email confirmation will have this color in the header, okay? So save changes. And now if you want to deal in multi-currencies, perhaps you can use this tab as well. So by default, we have the US dollars. Now let's add a new currency. Let's say for Canada, we'll have Canadian dollars, okay? So let's add this, update selected. And that's basically it. Now you can deal within the 2 different countries, okay? And then save changes. And that's just done for all the settings already. Very good. So now let's put this to the test, okay? So we go to our website, we go to the shop, and let's select maybe this product here, okay? So let's click on this. There you go. Now you can add to cart, or you can buy immediately with Google Pay. Either way is fine. So let's add this to cart. There you go. As you can see, we get a message here. So we can go straight to our shopping cart, or you can hover on top here on your trolley here and go to view cart. Either way is fine. So view cart, as you can see, we have one item in our shopping cart. And if you scroll down, as you can see, it's $21, $10.99 for the shipping. This is the price that we said. So $31.99 all included. Taxes of $2.91. Okay, now we can proceed to checkout, and let's enter our details. So let me do this very quickly. So there you go. As you can see, I've entered my details now. Okay, street, the location, and so on and so on. And you can also ship to a different address if you wanted to. Now, since we enabled the test platform here, so again here as a test platform, you can use this card details here. So 424242. So just copy this, Control-C, and enter this here, followed by any date in the future and any 3-digit CVC code, okay? So there you go, perhaps something like this. And then all you have to do is place an order now. So there you go, we have the order confirmation here. So thank you, the order has been received and all the details. Now let me show you how you can process the order in the backend now. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And as you can see, I have WooCommerce orders. And we have one here on top that's processing. So that's the one we just placed, okay? So if you click on it, now you can process the order. So as you can see by the side, you have the payment details here. And on top, you have the customer's name and the address and what they purchased, basically, okay? And now you can package that, basically have it ready, put your shipping label on it. And once it's ready, just change the status from processing to completed, okay? And then click update. And the customers now will be notified immediately that the parcel is on its way. Okay, very good. So now let me show you how you can customize the front end of your website and make it beautiful, okay, with all your own branding, obviously. So let's go back to the home page. So as you can see at the moment, we have our menu section. We have a logo here. So clearly you want to upload your own logo. I'm going to show you how you can change the hero section here as well, and perhaps customize some items on the home page. So maybe the background here and all the information that's here as well, okay? So let's go back to our top here and let's start by changing our logo, okay? So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time we're going to go to appearance and then customize. So as you can see by the side, we have all these different sections here. So we have the header, the footer, color, layout, background. So we can customize everything from here. It's very nice what they've done, you know. They made it very easy for us to customize everything on our website. As you can see, even including all the WooCommerce pages, your blog, and all the core features. So again, this is very well thought out and very well organized, as you can see. Now to change your logo here, there are different ways. You can hover on top and click on the small blue pencil, or you can click on header and change it from there. It's probably faster this way, you know. So click on this basically, okay? And there you go. This is our logo. Now we can change the logo and upload our own. So let's do so. So change logo, upload file, select file. So I found one online here. I don't know who that is. Maybe you know this company, Ulta Beauty. Let's click select. There you go. As you can see, the logo has been added now. And if you think the logo is too big or too small, depending on the original size of your file, you can change the width here as well. Okay, so we have the slider, so you can make it bigger or smaller again. So basically you want a happy medium, not too small. This is definitely too small. and this is definitely too big, so just a happy medium, maybe just about that size here, okay? And then you can also change the size based on the device. So as you can see with those 3 different icons, so this is for desktop, PC and computers. So let's see on tablet, what does it look like? This is absolutely fine. Maybe you want to make it bigger on tablets, you know, so you can increase the size slightly, and you can do the same on mobile phones. And as you can see here, we might make it a little bit bigger, might as well, because it's just in the middle, okay? So you can change the size based on the device as well. And don't forget, every time you make some changes, every now and then, to click publish, okay? So here, as you can see with the site title and the tagline, so this is important in a way as well. If I hover on top here on the tab, as you can see, it will display the content of the website. We have a quick preview, and this is where you can see the tagline and the site title as well. So you might want to change this as well to tease your visitors, for instance, your all-in-one beauty shop, and then you can add a tagline as well, okay? So next, we have the main structure here underneath. So as you can see, we have 3 different columns. Now you can move things around if you wanted to. Maybe you want the logo to be here and the menu in the middle. This is really up to you. All you have to do is drag and drop it, okay, just like this. And now move this one around, put it in the middle, and there you go. You have a different feel, obviously, you know. So again, this is super easy to use and really well thought out. So this is really up to you. I think it looked good with the logo in the middle. So let's reposition it the way it was. Very good. And that's basically how you can change your logo. Now by the side, we have a menu section here. So if you click on this, you can basically select the menu you want to show, but you cannot change the items that are being displayed. For this, we have to go back to the WordPress dashboard. So while you do so, I would recommend you have maybe multiple tabs open at once, which is going to make your life much easier. So if you go back to our WordPress dashboard, we go to Appearance, Menus, and as you can see, we have Home, Blog, and Shop. This is our footer section and our primary one. And here, as you can see, you have Home, Blog, Shop, and Contact Us. Now you can add as many pages as you want and remove as many as you want as well. So let's say if you wanted to remove the blog section or the contact page here, okay? You don't need contact page. All you do is basically select it, expand this, and then remove, okay? And now if you wanted to add a contact page that you don't have, you can go to Pages, View All, and then you select your contact page, okay? So where is the contact page? There it is, Contact Us, and then Add to Menu. Now you can rename them as well. Maybe you don't want it to say Contact Us, but Contact all together. So that's basically it. And then you can bulk select them as well. So if you click on bulk select, you can select more than one page and delete them all at once, okay? So that's basically how this works. So once you're done, don't forget to click Save Menu. And this is how you can change the content of your menu section, obviously, okay? And there you go. That's just done for the header section. So we have the menu and the logo taken care of. Now let's take care of our footer section. So if you go back to the customizer here, you can click on Footer, Footer Builder. There you go. So basically from here, we cannot change anything ourselves directly from here. We have to go back to the WordPress dashboard for this. But this will allow us maybe to move around and change the layout, perhaps if you wanted to change things around, you know. So instead of widget area 2, widget area 3, maybe you want to move them around and so on and so on. As you can see, you have the social media icons here, which they look very nice where they are, but maybe you want them somewhere else, perhaps next to your About Us section here. You know, this is really up to you the way you want to design it, okay? So this is the main purpose of this section here. So let's click Publish. And now let me show you how you can change the content of those areas. So let's change this one here, which is our logo with a bit of About Us. So we go back to the WordPress dashboard. This time we go to Widgets. We can close this. And as you can see, a footer 1, footer 2, footer 3, footer 4. So if you expand this, as you can see, this is basically where this lives. So if you click on it, basically here we can add a media, which is our logo, and then we can add the About Us section underneath. So how can we do so? Very easily. Let me show you. So basically you click on this, you select it, okay, and then add media. Now let's add our logo. Insert post, there you go. So this is our logo, and then you can resize it as well. So basically in the footer section, you don't want it to be too big either, you know. So there you go, just about there. And now let's add a little bit of text underneath. So I have something ready here. So your all-in-one beauty shop kit, the ultimate must-have, blah 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 blah, perhaps something like this, okay? So let's click update. Let's go to the front end and let's have a quick look. So this is what it used to look like. So let's refresh. There you go, that looks absolutely fine, doesn't it? And right here, as you can see, we have a few links to different pages. So I'm going to show you where you can change this again. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to menus again. So remember, we had the primary menu. This is our menu in the header section. And then footer 2 and footer 1. So if you select this, as you can see, footer, this one will link to home, blog, and shop, which is basically what we have here. And if we go to the another one here, footer 2, we have shipping, terms, and policy, which is the second one here, okay? So basically, how can you change this? This is the same way we did with the header, basically, you know. You can view all the pages. Now, if I wanted to add the shopping cart, the checkout, perhaps, and my account page, I can add them very easily. And I could bulk select this and perhaps remove all of these all together. And there you go, okay? So save menu. And now if we refresh, as you can see, this will link to your shopping cart, your checkout page, and my account page, okay? So this is basically how you can change the content here. Now we have the social media icons here. So this time we go back to the customizer. As you can see, you have this icon here. So click on this. There you go. And there they are, okay? So we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So let's say you want to add YouTube, for instance. So click Add New. Right here, you're going to put the link to your YouTube account. So https youtube.com/ and then Mr. Web Reviews, for instance. Okay, that's it. So there you go. We have YouTube now, so we can publish. So let's go back to our front end and let's refresh. So only 3 icons at the moment. So if we refresh now, there you go. As you can see, now we have the YouTube icon. And if I click on it, it should open my YouTube channel. There you go, very good. So that's just done for the footer section and also the header section. So now let's take care of our homepage. So I'm going to show you how you can change the hero section here, the content on your page, and this as well, okay? So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. And from here, we go to pages and locate your home page. So this is the one. As you can see, it says front page. If you hover on top, you can edit with Elementor, okay? So click on this. Very good. So welcome to your Elementor page. So Elementor is a drag and drop page builder, which is very easy to use. As you can see by the side here, we have all the different elements, which are called widget, and you can drag and drop them on your page. So as you can see here, our page are made out of different sections. As you can see, this is a section. If you click on it, you can edit every content. The section is made out of different columns. As you can see, you have 2 different columns here. And then each column contains different widgets. This one is a heading and this one is a button, okay? So this is very easy basically to use. If you go back here to your widget, if I wanted to add a heading here, all I have to do is drag and drop it. And as you can see, there it is. And if I wanted to delete, right click on it and delete. And obviously you can move things around as well on your page. So let's go ahead and change our hero section. So your hero section is the most important part of your website, because this is the first thing that your visitors will see when they land on your homepage, obviously, you know. So as you can see, you have a headline that grabs people's attention. So this is very important that you think about it. What's the main message that you want to convey, okay? Now, as you can see in the background, we also have a lovely image. So this is divided in half. As you can see, this is a clear background, and this one you have the image. So the composition here and the balance between the two is very important, because otherwise you won't see the headline here. Now you can put any type of image in the background. We can add a background overlay as well to increase the depth and the contrast if you wanted to. But first, let me show you how to change the image here, okay? So if you hover on top of your section, you can click on those 6 dots. Now we go to style, and this is where the image is, okay? So now you just click on it and we can upload a new file. So I found one online, and then let's click open and then insert media. So there you go. As you can see, this is absolutely nice, because here we have half with an image and the rest is a gradient background, which is drawing our attention immediately to the headline itself, you know. Okay, so let me remove myself so you can see the finished result here. So this is absolutely fine the way it is, you know. Now the image clearly is bigger than the previous one. Now this is fine, you know, nothing wrong with that. Now if you wanted to change this, you can also change the size of your item, you know. So if you go to advanced here, as you can see, you have padding top and padding bottom. Let's set to 250, maybe let's try 150 on top. and perhaps 150 at the bottom. And as you can see, this is slightly smaller now. This is really up to you the way you want to organize it, you know. So I think it is fine, maybe a slightly bigger, maybe 200, and again 200 here. And this would be just about perfect, okay? Now, if you go back to style, now also like mentioned, you can add a background overlay. So clearly our image here, you can easily read the headline. So this is not a problem, but if the image was busier than this, you might want to add a bit of contrast, okay? So if you click on background overlay, you can select a color. So let's go maybe with the color red, okay? And as you can see, immediately it's adding an overlay. So basically here you can go from fully clear to fully opaque, and then you can select any color you want. So let's try maybe in the blue like this, okay? So this is perhaps something that might be of interest to you depending on the image you're using in the background, basically, okay? We're just gonna leave it as is because this image is absolutely beautiful as it is. And now let's change the heading together, okay? So all you have to do is click on this, so you can change the content right here. So perhaps your all-in-one beauty shop, okay? So as you can see, we're using a specific font here. You can customize this as well. So if you go to style, as you can see, you can change the color and the typography. So typography is everything related to the font itself. So if you click on this, you can select another font if you wanted to, so perhaps Montserrat, okay? And now you can change the thickness as well. So maybe semi-bold or maybe black. You see, this is really up to you. So let's go with semi-bold maybe. And then you can change the size as well. So you can make it bigger, smaller, and maybe you can leave it at 70. That looks absolutely fine, okay? And then don't forget to save as well from time to time. Now, just underneath, we have a button here. So click on this. And basically you can have the text here. So shop now is absolutely fine. So let's go back to our front end. Let's click on the shop here. And we're going to select this address here, Control C. Let's go back here. And now we can insert this as our link. Okay, so there you go. So let's click update. Now let's go back to the front end. Let's go back to the home page. There you go. As you can see, we have a new hero section. It looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? And now if you click on shop now, it will bring us to the shop page immediately. So great progress already. So let's scroll down the page. So we have our products here. So let me show you how you can customize this as well. So let's go back to Elementor, scroll down the page. And as you can see, we have a heading, subheading, which is exactly the way we have it here, okay? But we don't have any products here. So where are they? Well, basically you have to be very cautious. There you go. That's what it is, okay? This one it's a short code basically, okay? So how does this work? Well, basically Woocommerce allows you to use short codes in any pages to display a certain amount of products from specific categories and so on, okay? So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to the documentation from Woocommerce where you can learn how to tweak those different codes, okay? So basically here it reads you're going to display the products in 3 different columns and a maximum of 3, okay? So now if I was to change this to, for instance, 6, as you can see, we are going to display 6 different products then, okay? And you could do the same. Maybe you could have, for instance, 4 columns and then display 8 products. Okay, there you go. Now this is a totally different feel. This is up to you really, you know. So let me click update. Let's go to the front end. So initially we had 3 products. Now let me refresh. There you go. So we have a heading here and then our 8 different products. Now, again, this is really up to you how many products you want to display. And again, like I said, I'm going to leave a link to the Woocommerce documentation for those links. Okay. So let's scroll down the page and now let's take care of this section here. As you can see, you have a background image, a heading, subheading, and a call to action button. So maybe you want to bring this to a specific product, a special offer you have at the moment. Okay. So let's change the background image first. So here again, we go to style and you can change your image. So I found one online. So select file. Let's select this one here, open, and then insert. So that looks absolutely fine, doesn't it? Now again, you can add a background overlay if you wanted to, you know, you can select a color here, whichever you want. So let's go maybe in a purplish color, okay? And then you can change opacity as well, so brighter to darker. So perhaps we could go with a color like this, which is absolutely fine. And now we can change the content of our heading and subheading here. So if you click on this here, maybe we can call this one Environ cream, okay, and underneath we could just simply say that these are body lotions, okay, so body lotions, just like this. Keep it simple, you know. And now here for our call to action button, you can link that to a category of your website or perhaps a product itself, okay. So let's say this would be the product, okay. All you have to do is basically click on it, select the URL here, and then paste it here again, okay. Very good. So that's one option. Now, obviously, since we have a purplish background, you can even change the font color as well, you know. So if you go to style, instead of black, you might go with white, okay. And you can do the same with this one to give a bit more, let's say, depth and perhaps contrast as well. And there you go. That looks absolutely fine now, doesn't it? Now, when designing a website, it is good to step back a little bit and have an overall look of your website, okay? So if we go back to the home page now, let's click on the logo here. So, and make sure that everything works together, okay? So the hero section is fine. If we scroll down, you have the products, and then we have this, and then the bottom bit, okay? So clearly here, this is fine, but I don't think the purple suits this website at all. We might go for a color more similar to this one, okay? So let's go back here again. We're going to click on this. We're going to select our overlay color here, and let's go with something a bit more in the bluish shades, okay? Perhaps something a bit more like this. There you go. This is a lot better, okay? Very good. So now let's go to the next section here. So here we have the featured category. So again, this is heading, subheading. You can use this for whatever you want, you know. So basically, how does this work? As you can see, you have 4 different columns here, but you can add more or remove one again as you want, if you wanted to. All we have to do basically to edit those sections is click on them. As you can see, you have an image. Now you can replace those images with, again, whatever image you want. But let's link this to an actual page, okay? So do you remember we created the product categories here? So Woocommerce product categories. And we had bath product, cosmetics, lipsticks, and makeup. Now we're going to link these to the actual categories that we created, okay, in the beginning. So the first one here is makeup. So this is the one here. Now if you hover on top, you can see a view. So now right click on this and then copy link address. And now you're going to put it here instead of the one that's existing, okay? There you go. And we're going to do the same with the other. So let's click on lipstick, right click on view, copy link, paste. The same with bath products, right click, copy, paste. And then finally treatments, copy, and then paste. Okay, now if we click update and we go back to our front end, so let's go back to our home page. So let's scroll down our page and let's find those different categories. There you go. So we have makeup, lipstick, bath, product, and treatment. So let's click on this one here, for instance. And there you go. This is the beauty kit that we created together. And as you can see, this is part of the makeup categories, obviously, you know. So very good. So that's us done now for the home page. Everything is taken care of. So what's left now? Let me show you how you can create the contact page as well and create perhaps a contact form as well. So again, let's go back to the WordPress dashboard. So let's edit the contact us page this time. So edit with Elementor. Very good. So right on top here, we have Google Maps, as you can see. So this you can change very easily. All you have to do is just put the address here. At the moment, this is the London Eye in London, but you can change this to your own address. So let's say, for instance, somewhere in New York. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So there you go. This could be 501-521 Fashion Avenue. Why not? Okay. And then if you scroll down, now we have a contact form and also our own details. So those details are very easily changeable. As you can see, all you have to do is click on it and then change your details right here. So this is just self-explanatory, you know. So here, instead of your email, you could have, for instance, hello@mrweb.tv, and then you can change your phone number here as well. Okay, so 202-555-1659, and so on and so on. And the same for your store hours. And that's basically it. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. Now let me show you how you can create a contact form. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is using an external plugin. So again, to set this up, we have to go back to the WordPress dashboard and use a different plugin. Okay, so this is using WP Forms, as you can see. So let's go back here. And right there by the side, you can see you have a tab here, WP Forms. So click on it. And as you can see at the moment, you have one here that says Beauty Elementor Simple Contact Form. Now you can click on this to edit. And WP Form is super easy to use as well because it's drag and drop just like Elementor. So as you can see here on top, we have the name, email address, comment or message. So perhaps you want to add something else. Maybe you want to ask for the phone number or something like this, you know. So you could have here a single line of text and add this in between perhaps, okay. And right there, you're going to change the title. So maybe phone, okay. And then you want to make this mandatory or not. This is really up to you. And then you can change the size as well. So if you go to advanced here, the size at the moment is medium. Maybe you want it to be large. It's going to take the full width as well. Again, this is really up to you, okay? Now that you have your form designed and completed, you want to make sure that you receive this as well. So for this, we go to settings, notifications. So by default, you will fetch the admin email. So that's the email you use when you created your WordPress installation here. Now you can replace this with any email address you want, okay? So for instance, info@ and then your domain name, and then you can copy this and paste it here as well, okay? Because normally, as you can see, we get a warning here. Your email address should be the same as the domain name registered at on this website, you know? It should have the same trailing slash. So after this, click Save. That's basically us done. So if you go back to Elementor here, let me click Update quickly and let's refresh. And there you go. This is our new contact form. Normally, as you can see, name, email, and we also have a phone number. So this is basically how you can customize your contact page. And once you're done, as always, don't forget to click Update, okay? So a few additional features I'd like to show you that's absolutely fantastic with this theme, Botiga theme. If you go to Appearance, as you can see, you have the theme dashboard. So from here, you can access everything that's related to your theme and customize everything from scratch, okay? So as you can see, you can update your logo, set the different colors, the typography, and all of that. It's already available here. These are the starter sites like we covered already. And then you have all the different features. So built in for free, you have the header and footer builder, color option, typography, change title. So all of this is all included. So we took care of that already. Now, obviously, there are a few pro features as well, like custom fonts. If you wanted to use that, distraction-free checkout, Google autocomplete, modal pop-up, wish list, mega menu. So there are a few different options here that you might want to consider, in which case you have to use the pro version, obviously, you know. Now, if you wanted to see what's the difference between the pro and the free version, and then you can compare all the features basically, you know, between the two. So there may be things that you might need, like for instance, the language switcher, so basically multilingual. If you need that, you will need the pro version as well. If you wanted to add, for instance, let's say a wish list as well for your customers, because this is an e-commerce, this might be a handy feature, you will need the pro version as well. There are a few things like this, you know, but again, like we said, this was built using the free version, and as you can see, we can achieve a lot already, and we ended up with a fantastically beautiful looking e-commerce website.